Saw dudes. So I got a lot of feedback from the video I made a few days ago about peeking and holding angles. You guys brought up a lot of good points and asked some really good questions. And honestly, it made me take a step back and realize that I should go back and cover some of the basics before we start moving on to more advanced topics. So that's exactly what I'm going to do moving forward. I'm also going to make separate guides for peeking, holding angles, attacking, and defending, and I'm going to be sure to use a plethora of examples to cover my bases on those videos as well, so definitely look forward to those in the near future. But I don't want to keep rambling on, so without further ado, let's get right into basics on movement. So I'm going to start off super simple here. I'm going to take out my primary weapon first, okay? Now this is the running speed while you have your primary weapon out. Now some of the primary weapons are going to differ. I'm using the Vandal as an example because it is one of the most common ARs in the game, but I just want to give you an idea of what the running speed looks like with the Vandal. Okay, so now if we take out our secondary, we're going to move a little bit faster. And then finally, if we take out our knife, we're going to move even faster than that. Now this same exact concept is going to apply if you're walking as well. So right now I'm holding shift and I'm walking with my primary out. Now I'm still holding shift, walking with my secondary out. I'm going to be walking a little bit faster. And finally, still holding shift, walking with my knife out. I'm going to move even faster than that. So obviously, walking versus running and when to do which one is a hot topic in this game so far, so I'm going to try to clear some things up here. When you're running, you're obviously making noise, but you actually have a visual indicator to see where people can hear you from when you're running. Now, if we go ahead and look at the minimap here, you can see a circle around my character. It's very faint, and that tells you the radius of which people can hear me from. And then, obviously, if I hold shift, that circle goes away because I'm not making any sound. So now that we have that information, we're going to use that to our advantage. So let's use an example here. Say I'm holding C site by myself and I get intel that the enemy team is on B and they're planting as we speak. So if I turn around and start running, you can see on the minimap, I'm not going to have much time before that circle starts to approach B site. And I don't want them to know that I'm coming from here, right? So you can see that on the minimap now. I can get to about here before they'll know where I'm coming from. And if they're holding in garage, they can definitely hear me, right? Okay, so we know we're not going to want to run, but I might not want to shift walk with my primary weapon out either because it's going to take me a lot longer to get there. Remember, time is valuable when that bomb is down. So again, knowing what we just covered a little bit ago, I can take out my knife and still slow walk, but I can get to site a little bit quicker. Now let's use the same example. Say I'm holding C long by myself, but instead the bomb is being planted on A right now. This is a situation where I'm going to full out run, right? So I'm going to take out my knife and I'm going to run. And notice the path that I'm taking too. I'm not running through B. I'm taking the path of least resistance here. And as soon as I start to approach onto A, I'm going to start walking. So I'm going to back up real quick and show you guys that one more time. Pay attention to that circle on the mini map, right? I'm running, and as soon as I start to get close to A, that's when I'll start walking. So definitely make sure you guys are paying attention to that circle on your minimap. It's going to help you get to bomb quicker, but also not give away your position to the entire enemy team. Now, that being said, walking is not always going to be a viable option. Sometimes time is simply against you and you have to run to make your play. Now, that being said, I want to point out an important factor here. The sound that the enemy hears you make is entirely dependent on the surface you are running on. So right now I'm running on this brick road here. Now listen to the difference when I start to walk up wooden stairs. Having this intel as an attacker and a defender is incredibly important. We'll stick with the previous example. If the attackers are planting A right now and they know I'm here, I still might want to utilize my shift walking up these stairs. Because if I run up these stairs, the enemy is going to hear me running on wood, and that's going to be a dead giveaway that I'm going up into heaven. When you're playing an angle like this, it's incredibly important to maintain the element of surprise if possible, because you can only peek from one place, so the attackers know exactly where you're going to be if they know you're running up here. Now, on the topic of sound, I want to point out another factor here. If I'm holding C long, like I am right now, and I want to jump off of this platform, it's going to make noise. Note that this does not change if you shift walk off of the platform either. So if you're playing in an elevated position, always be mindful of your surroundings. In this example, it's super easy. Instead of jumping off of this ledge right here where I know I'm going to make noise, I'm going to take the extra half a second and use this box here to make sure that I get off quietly and to not give away my position. So that is going to be it for the basics of movement. Like I said, I'm going to have much longer in-depth guides on peeking, angles, offensive and defensive tendencies, and anything else that you guys come up with. So please be sure to leave your feedback and any other questions you have in the comments below. If you guys liked this video or it helped you out, please consider leaving a like. If you didn't like it, go ahead and leave a dislike. And if you really liked it, consider hitting that subscribe button. I've got so much content lined up for you guys. I'm really excited to get to work on this for you. Just a reminder, I do live stream over on Twitch every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday at 9 p.m. Central Time. So if you guys have any other immediate questions or you want to see how I implement these strategies in my games, be sure to check me out over on Twitch. Links will be down in the description below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Until next time, I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.